Clearly, there was a few motherfuckers that didn't get the memo, that they were supposed to be staying their punk ass at home. So yesterday was the Mayday Mayday protest around America, and some of the world also. So while peaceful protesting was going strong, the police decided to start removing people because they didn't want to leave.
Some protesters got a warning twice to vacate so they can open up Broad and Vine, and you can see some are now being put in zip ties and being led away. Will talk to us and see if she'll say anything to us about what's going on right now. Do you have anything to say? No? Solidarity.
Now, as you can see, they was only detaining black people, while everyone else just stood around watching. This is why we were supposed to set our punk ass down at home and let these people go out there. I think it's a shame that this continues to keep going on in this day and age, because when you're protesting while black, it always seems to be a consequence. I'll continue to keep sitting these out.
Hello guys, welcome back again to this channel, and I believe in equality, I believe in equity, but it seems this is very unpopular, especially to white Americans. Now this video here, it's of this woman who went to May Day protest and he got arrested. Yet there are so many whites outside there, but she was the only one arrested. And before this I saw the black Americans warning their fellow blacks and telling them, you know what, you don't want to find yourself outside there. If you have something to do, just do it. Don't get outside there because it's a trap. And it happens that they predicted, it happens that they were prophesying what was to happen. I don't want to talk much about this video. I want us to get inside and watch it, and then later on we can come and have a conversation concerning the same. This is I'm your presenter Turain, and if this is your first time in this channel, please consider supporting us by simply subscribing, give us a like, and also share our content. We greatly appreciate. Let's rock in now that you've done so.
If you're black, stop scrolling, because didn't we agree that we were staying inside, right? This was their fight, because it's not just her, it's her too. Now, if you're black and you're out there and you don't understand why this is not our fight, it's because, think about it, they just reenacted martial law 4 days ago. The Republicans, all Republicans in the House of Representatives, just voted for U.S. citizens to be deported, including children with cancer. And if you don't believe me, go look it up. It's on video. Now when you think about all the rage bait, them deleting our historic contributions, come on now. This is not your fight. Find a way to fight it in another way. We all agreed. We all agreed. Stay at home. Because what they're going to do is arrest you and make a narrative that's the same as it's been for BLM. Lock in.
So in case you missed it, yesterday there was a May Day rally in Philadelphia. Well, they were all over the United States. But yesterday in Philadelphia, they were having a May Day rally, and 70 people were arrested. Guess who was arrested? There's a video. You guys can search it, the Philadelphia May Day rally or whatever. But I saw several black women being arrested. I'm not sure why you were out there. I understand that y'all want to get active, but we already told y'all that we were going to be the people arrested. The police had to go out of their way to find the pepper sprinkled amongst that salt. Okay? And I saw one video of the lady being arrested, and she was saying, yes, it's worth it for solidarity. Let's speak solidarity, because all those African Americans were everywhere, and nobody formed a circle around her. No, they should have been arresting 100 African Americans to get to that one black woman, each one of them. This is why we said stay home, especially in a time where they're going to send homegrowns to El Salvador. The police were out there because they saw we was out there. And guess where we went? To jail. That's what happened exactly. And it did not happen to the African Americans by no numbers that it should have been. If there is even they got arrested. If there is even an amount of them that got arrested. So when we say 92% and 80% stay home for your safety, the people who created and upheld this system are the people who are going to have to dismantle it. Good day.
So, May Day, hands off, marches still going on, happening today. Wherever you can go, please attend. But the other day in Philly, we had some of us decide they wanted to participate. And there's a reason why I and other creators of this skin color have been saying, don't go out there. Look at this.
Some of the protesters got a warning twice to vacate so they can open up Broad and Vine, and you can see some are now being put in zip ties and being led away over to a bus that's over there. We've seen at least 2 others being put in zip ties. So as you can see back over here, there's a line of officers here. I'm going to see if somebody will talk to us and see if she'll say anything to us about what's going on right now. Do you have anything to say? No?
Solidarity.
Is it worth it to make a stand like this?
Solidarity forever.
Now, I'm not sure if there were other arrests of certain people. All I know is the ones that were the main ones arrested. And that is exactly why I say we should not go out there. You noticed on April 5th, when it was all these people, no arrest. Not a single blue hat cop in sight. Matter of fact, not only were these people left alone, the cops blocked the street so they can protest. But it's like anytime we hit the streets, all of a sudden something goes off in their heads and they go into attack mode and they come after us, even when we're not doing anything. And that's why we're at home. And I hope seeing that clarified why I keep saying we should not be out there. It's not because we don't want to be. It's that we know if we are, that's what's going to happen to us, whether we're right or wrong. But please do me a favor. The next time you see this happen, you guys can stop them. You guys can block the cops from getting them. Use your privilege and tell the cops to leave them alone, especially if they're doing nothing wrong, exercising their First Amendment rights. Wrong is wrong. And if we're going to fix this issue of inequality in this country, you have to stand up to that. You have to tell those cops, leave us alone. Otherwise, it will always be 2 steps forward, 5 steps back. Don't let that happen. And I'm asking my Alabaster comrades to not let that happen. For my sake and others. Thank you for fighting for us. Keep going. You're not crazy.
Thousands showed up. 70 were arrested. And guess who the majority of the 70 were? Have you seen the footage? Guess who the majority of the 70 were? Mind you, one of the black women that was being arrested was saying that it was worth it for solidarity. And I thought that was interesting considering that there were so many police, there were so many protesters, and as the police are taking her away, the protesters are just minding their business. They see it happening. They're just minding their business. How did the cops get to her? With thousands of people there. Thousands. They were easily able to get to her, and it's all just a peaceful, okay, arrested, let's go. She's talking about solidarity, which we should have, right? But they didn't even try to stop it. This is crazy because it's reminding me of the community walk that they had, what, was it a month ago? And the bouncy house conversation. Thousands of them saw this woman getting arrested, didn't protect her. That's why we said stay home.
Congress just gave Trump the power to deport U.S. citizens. He's gotten impeached, and America's out in the streets. Welcome to May 1st, y'all. Here's today's news in 60 seconds or less. Over 50 states will be lit up today with massive May Day protests. Workers, immigrants, and everyday people showing up under the 5051 banner to say, nah, we're not letting fascism be the vibe. The chants will be loud, the signs will be petty, the message will be clear. Meanwhile, in the Capitol, Rep. Sharif Thanedar filed 7 articles of impeachment against Donald Trump earlier this week. The articles include bribery and corruption, which is classic Trump, and tyranny, like literally tyranny. He's being accused of trying to be a king. The GOP won't touch it for now, but if the House flips in 2026, stay tuned. Drop a 5051 in the comments if you're marching or mad. That's all for now. See you tomorrow.
Hello guys, now welcome back. I know you've had a nice time watching the video. You've seen a lot, and I'm a person who believes in equality and equity, as I said earlier on. But it seems that this is only for blacks. This is very unpopular to the whites because, as you've seen, that there are so many whites outside there. There are so many whites protesting. Yet, it is only this one lady that was arrested. And something that triggers me, why did they do so? Yeah, and as you've seen, like, she did nothing. She was doing literally nothing to cause chaos. She was only like airing her voice out. But they arrested her. Yet all the whites that were outside there, they were not arrested. I really pity her. But again, I feel so bad that she ignored whatever her brothers and sisters told her, because before the eve of that day, the black Americans were talking to their fellow blacks and telling them, you know what, don't get outside there. But she went on to protest. You know, we can only say that we have equality when you have a bullet and have mine. But ever since time began, ever since if you look at years back, there was never equality for black Americans. And I feel that it's high time that blacks to understand that they are on their own. They cannot rely on them. They cannot rely on their strength, because I believe that if these whites stood with this fella, if this white stood and say, hey, don't arrest her, she couldn't have been arrested. But see what they did. They let her to be arrested and they minded their business. Yet she was supporting them. Yes, yet she was saying that solidarity forever. But is there solidarity when one of your own, okay, maybe she's not their own because they're white, she's black. But before they were saying they were one people. Before they were saying they are one people because they wanted the support of the blacks. Not that they really want to unite, not that they really want to come together and settle their stuffs. No, they only want the support. Once the support is done, then their business with the blacks is done. So my urge is for every black, be keen. Every black, be keen of them, because the system is never for you, neither are the people. They only mind their own. They only mind. I'm very sure if she was a white person, they could stand. They could have stopped the police from arresting her. But because she was a black, yet they all supported the same cause, they left her there. And I think people should listen to each other. I think if she listened, maybe she couldn't. I think maybe if she listened, she couldn't have ended to this point where she's arrested. If she could have stayed home like the blacks said to her, and many of the blacks out there, then she couldn't have faced this. And it's high time that black people, you need to listen to your fellow blacks. Get to listen, even though maybe it's against your wish, it's against your will. But their advice carries a lot of weight, and you need to consider, even if it's not in alignment with your wish. Now this marks the end of this session, and if this was your first time in this channel, please consider supporting us by simply subscribing to our channel. Give us a like, share our content, we'll greatly appreciate. I'm hoping to see you in the next video. Remember one thing, we need to support each other, because together we get stronger and stronger. Goodbye.